Good morning, everybody. Hello, hello. Today is Thursday, October 13th, 2022. My name's Jennifer Cotton, and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Midlothian, Texas. And that means I teach people how to make greeting cards, scrapbook pages, gift packaging, and more with stamps, ink, paper, and lots of cool tools. So hello and welcome. This is my weekly live, and normally I go live in Facebook and YouTube, but I think Facebook is not working today. I don't know any other way to check it. I'm looking on my Facebook page. I'm not seeing it. And I just don't know how to fix it right now. So I think I'm only going live on YouTube today, which I know is going to mean way less viewers at this time. But welcome. Thank you for being here. As you come on, say hi. Anything you comment on this video will get you entered to win the 2 cards that I'm making, the 3 cards. I never make 2 cards that I'm making today using the Kindest Gnomes Bundle. Ooh, ah. There is a whole set of dies that goes with this. That's why it's called a bundle. And so by commenting on the video, asking a question, anything you say while you're watching this video on live now or on replay gets you entered to win these cards, and normally on both platforms. I do see on YouTube comments here. Robin, good morning. Hey, Jean in North Dakota. Robin shared, thank you. Susan in Minnesota. Cindy Andrews, good morning. Hey, Cindy Owen. Hey, Jackie. Hey, Carmen. Hey, Sherry. Good morning to everybody. Thank you guys for being here. So also, as a reminder, if you share this video from either platform, comment on the video that you shared to be entered to win those cards again. Okay, let me check my notes here. I didn't even finish checking my to-do list for this video this morning. I forgot. Hopefully I did all the stuff that's written on there. But hey, Rhonda, good to see you. Yes, Rhonda, it's not working on Facebook this morning. There's some kind of connection problem between Facebook and StreamYard, the service I use to stream. And I fixed it last week, and I did the same thing this week, but I did it a little different, and obviously it did not work. But I don't have time to try to fix it and make y'all wait, and then I'll be late. I have appointments today and all that stuff. Okay, so in this YouTube video today, hopefully today, if not by tomorrow, where is it? Right here. Later, there will be timestamps down in the description where you can skip to, specials, card 1, card 2, card 3, etc. So I'll be adding those in that description for you. Also in the description is links to almost everything I talk about today, all the links I'm allowed to share, joining my email list, the blog post for today's cards, etc. So, and then I'll be putting some links in the YouTube video tomorrow, because that's when it will work, up here in the corner. Oh, my lights just went out. And those will be links to things like my tutorial store, where you can purchase past tutorials. All of the 4 tutorials for this month are there now. And my TikTok channel, because I would love you to go check out all those quick, simple, easy videos I have on TikTok that are, I fixed it, that are helpful tips, great tips there on TikTok. Okay. Definitely not on Facebook, Jean. Thank you. So there's no point. I'm just going to turn my iPad off. There's no point in me keep checking it. I think I'll mess something up if I try to fix it right now. So I'll just share this video to Facebook after, and hopefully that'll be good. Thank you guys who are here on YouTube. And again, please feel free to share and all that stuff. Okay, so I do Stampin' Up! As a full-time job. I've been a demonstrator 21 years. And I'm looking at Facebook. Oh, okay. I thought it said I was live, but no. I've been a demonstrator 21 years. I do this as a full-time job. So I offer lots of events that anyone can take from me in person to go. They're all offered to go. And some of them you can even check out the supplies from me and stamp them at home. So every month I offer 4 classes every single month: card class, scrapbook class, Stamp a Stack, and sampler. And then throughout the year, I offer many other events that you hear about as they come up. All of these events have PDF tutorials. Currently, we cut, die cut, punch, and emboss everything possible for you, other than you cut your own designer paper if you're getting a full pack or a half a pack of that, or a partial pack, and kit components like a Memories and More kit. You would cut that with your PDF instructions. You can purchase the PDF tutorials over in my PDF store, on my blog, stamptherapist.com. And then these 4 monthly classes are about to happen. They are Saturday in person, and then they're getting mailed on Monday. So card class, I think I have, let me check my notes, 2 packets left. It's an all occasion card class using 2 bundles, Celebrate with Tags, and Cottage Wreaths, 4 cards for $15 free with a $20 order. I have 2 packets left. You take it to go in person or check out those supplies for me and stamp at home. And then scrapbook class, I have 0 extra. But just so you know, I do a scrapbook class every month, 3 12 by 12 pages. And I really like how the Christmas pages turned out this month. But anyway, so check that out next month. I have 1 left of the sampler, and it is a, if I do say so myself, a gorgeous sampler using the Season of Chic bundle. So it's really elegant with this gold and greens and pinks. It's super elegant. I posted sneak peeks. I don't have it here. I have none of my samples here because my helpers are still cutting them. But I have 1 left. It's $28, and it includes over 20 in merchandise. And it is an all season. So it's, again, if you know the Season of Chic bundle, you know it's very elegant and artsy. But it's, you know, got winter, spring, summer, and fall on it. So anyway, if you want that, let me know. First come. And then I have 2 extra of the Christmas Stamp a Stack. I made those cards on last week's Facebook and YouTube Live. And you can go see those. And I have 2 left. It's $30 for 12 cards and over $20 in merchandise. And of course, we cut, die cut, punch, and emboss, etc. And both of those are clubs you can join. I strongly recommend joining the clubs because there's no commitment. You can cancel at any time. It's the same price. But if you do it for 6 months in a row, you get $25 in free merchandise from me. So why not join the club? Makes sense to me. Good morning to, hey, Ramona. Thank you for sharing. And Sandy. Very thing on. Oh, I forgot to take the phone out. See, I didn't do my list. Let me grab it. That's on my list, is I take this phone out of the room before I go live. Okay, sorry. Sandy, it says very thing on. So I'm not sure if it cut off the rest of your comment or it's a typo, which I make those all the time. Good morning, Cindy. Hey, Sandy. Hey, Janet. Hey, Pat. Good morning. Hey, Sarah. Late. Yeah, Facebook, it did not work for me this morning. I'm going to have Scott look at that this week, by the way, to figure out these settings that it's a change Facebook made, and apparently I'm not fixing it correctly. Anyway, okay, so I think I said all those classes. I want to remind you guys, you still have time to sign up for the demonstrator only event in Arlington, Texas on November 12th with Alejandra Gomez and me, Jennifer Cotton. We are bringing an awesome training event to demonstrators. It will include stamping 8 projects using Awash and Beauty and Happy Forest Friends. It can be offered to go, by the way, or it is offered to go if you're not in Arlington local. Goodie bag, make and takes, gifts, organized swap, which is optional, prizes, displays, and more. And we have guest display stampers who are going to have some amazing samples for you guys to look at. And of course, take pictures and all that. Door prizes. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. So that is happening on November 12th. I keep forgetting to ask Alejandra our deadline. It's got to be coming up soon. But anyway, you can still register for that. We still have some space for that. And so you just have to be a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator to attend. It is a fun stamping class. The business training portion is just how you could use these classes in your event. So we'll have info on that for you, but you can totally do it if you're not doing Stampin' Up! As a business, since that's not required by any Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And if you want to join my team so you can attend, it's only $99 plus tax, and it is free shipping. Yes, what I meant to say was it is $155 in merchandise right now for only $99 plus tax, and that's only through October 31st. No strings attached, but of course you're going to get your discount on your future purchases, which is another very important reason people get that starter kit, to get that discount. Plus you get to be part of my team. We have gatherings, we have swaps, we have virtual, creative challenges, recognition, all that stuff you can take advantage of if you want. So any questions on any of that, let me know. Good morning, Terry. Where can we see sneak peek of Season of Chic sampler? Great question, Janet. I wish I could type it on the screen, but it is the quickest place is to go to my VIP Facebook group, which there should be a link in this video right now too. It's like Jennifer's VIP Facebook group. Also on my blog, stamптherapist.com. Let me throw that graphic up there for you real quick. And then you on that page, so stamптherapist.com. On that page, you would click on events and just scroll down until you see the sampler class. So Facebook page. Oh, yeah, Facebook group or blog. There you go. I've emailed it out as well, but you may not be on my email list. Everything's working on YouTube. I know YouTube doesn't have so many issues, right? Because they're not always changing stuff every other day. Hey, Terry, good morning in Texas. Good to see you. Hey, Dawn. Hey, Linda in Mansfield. Good morning, everybody. I'm glad y'all are finding me over on YouTube because my link did not work on Facebook today. Hopefully I'll get that fixed soon. Okay. Retreats. April McCright, my retreat partner, and I do in-person retreats about 3 times a year currently, plus our crafting cruise. So right now, the next one is in April 2023. You can still register. It will be offered to go as well closer to the time once we see the new catalogs and all that. Anyway, but Temple, Texas, it's so much fun. You get your own 8-foot table, lots of space. You get to use mine in April stamping supplies. You get to do your make and takes there with our supplies. You get to hang out with other stampers, of course, and crafters. People can work on anything they want at these retreats, by the way. We've had people, crocheting, and some people just come and read and hang out and talk with their friends all weekend, etc. So you can do whatever you want. It's fun. So that is coming up in April, and you can still register. And then my next bingo is an online bingo on Zoom on December 8th at 6:30 p.m. Central on Zoom, so anyone can attend. Sign up by November 27th. It will be mailed by December 5th, and we will be making Christmas gift tags with the Spruced Up bundle. So we'll make, it says 4 minimum projects, but we'll be making more than 4, at least 8 gift tags, which I love making Christmas gift tags, and I love the Spruced Up bundle. That's what I use for scrapbook class this month for the Christmas pages. So anyway, anyone can do Zoom in the US. It's virtual. You get to talk because it's on Zoom. You can interact with other stampers. You get to play bingo to win door prizes. So you might win a cool prize. You get a little goodie bag. You get the make and takes mailed to you. It's fun. And I love that anyone can do it in any location. Hey, Stella. Hey, Becky. Good morning, Linda in Mansfield. Good morning, everybody. Thank you guys for being here. Okay, and then we have our crafting cruise. April McCright and I, again, she's my retreat partner. So which she's an awesome demonstrator as well. Crafting cruise is basically a big retreat on a boat, going to exotic locations. You can go down to the crafting room 24/7. You can work on your 6 included classes anytime you want. You can eat 24 hours a day for free. We even have little snacks in the crop room on certain days. Of course, you meet other crafters. You can bring anyone you want. They don't have to do the crafting portion, but they get our super cheap group rate, which is amazing. We go out of Galveston, Texas on January, where's my dates? 28th, no, January 29th, 2023 on Allure of the Seas, and January 28th, 2024 on Harmony of the Seas. So you can sign up for either one of those now. The first one, 2023, has a wait list, but you can get put on the wait list and they will notify you if a spot opens up, which it definitely could. So you never know. And anyway, it's amazing. Just, I don't have a graphic, but some upcoming dates, just kind of pencil in, mark your calendar, know they're coming. New catalog kickoff, January 14th, will be offered in person and to go. And that is with the new January to June mini catalog, which is like the spring catalog, and celebration, which is coming, which all of us demonstrators going to the Stampin' Up event November 12th get to receive those catalogs that day and see them. So yay, very exciting. So I can start planning all my events around those products. Then I will have a paper and ribbon share with Alejandra Gomez. And of course, you can sign up through me, and we partner together and provide you make and takes for each of the new designer papers. And you can do paper share only, ribbon share only, or both. And you can add on those make and takes as well. And that's a whole Facebook party. We demonstrate every single project in the Facebook party. It's pretty amazing. So that is, the date is January 28th, but it's not something you have to be present for. It's recorded. So our registration will be coming soon, by the beginning of January, if not sooner. And then I have a stamp camp with Genevieve Co., the Jen and Jen Stamp Camp, February 25th with those new catalogs as well. So mark your calendars for all those upcoming events. My schedule is on my blog. Let me put it up here again. Stamptherapist.com. Boop, right there, stamptherapist.com. And if you go to events, you can see the events I know of that are coming up this year. Just scroll down and there's a little upcoming events thing. And then below that is more info. Let me see who else. Jeanne, good morning. Thank you for sharing, Jeanne. Yeah, don't forget, if you guys share this, make sure you comment so that you will be entered to win the 3 cards I'm going to make today with the Kindest Gnomes Bundle. And of course, commenting on the video on replay or live gets you entered to win those as well. All right, so I've told you about now it's time for specials. And I've told you about the kit special. This is the best deal. The kit is always the best deal, actually, because it's always a minimum 20% discount on the total merchandise you get. But right now, it's a major discount. It's $99 plus tax only, free shipping for $155 in any merchandise you want. You will be signed up to get your discount on your future purchases. There's no obligation. You don't have to make future purchases. You don't have to sell. You don't have to do videos or classes. But you have a lot of opportunities if you get that kit. And I can answer any questions you have about it. Of course, you would be part of my team, which is over 200 demonstrators all over the U.S. And we have our Facebook group. We have, of course, I have an email list. We have quarterly, I don't know what I'm saying. We have monthly gatherings in person sometimes and on Zoom. We have opportunity for really cheap make and take projects each month. All of this is optional. Recognition, training, pretty amazing. So anyone who's not a Stampin' Up demonstrator, now's the time to get that kit and try it out. So, or if you used to be a Stampin' Up demonstrator, there's nothing that says you cannot join again. So don't forget that as well. And you're always welcome back in my group, of course. So odd. Yes, I'm not Terry, it's not you, it's me. I am not live in Facebook because there is I didn't connect properly. So, and I couldn't fix it this morning. It was too late. So that's not nothing you did wrong. It's all me. Okay, I'm going to point the camera down, and remember, if you remember last week, I had was waiting. Well, I had messed up my order, and I didn't order in time for these new fitting florets products to be here by the time I did my video. So they came literally right when I finished my video last week. The box was sitting on my porch. But anyway, this is some new product coming out called Fitting Florets. There's a really pretty graphic of it, where Stampin' Up has designed some projects and, you know, made some pretty stuff there. And then here's the product info. Customers, if you're not a Stampin' Up demonstrator, customers can purchase this stuff on, I'm going to see if my camera's straight. It's not. On November 1st. Some of it will be while supplies last, which is going to be these gems, which I'll show you. The framed and festive stamp set and the designer paper will be while supplies last. And then this bundle, framed florets, stamp set, and dies, so individually or the bundle, will continue to be available. They'll be in our new January to June mini catalog. So framed florets is this bundle right here. Here's the stamp set. It's gorgeous. It's photopolymer. It's one of those that has the cursive, and I know there's better words for these, but anyway, not cursive fonts, mixed, so mixed fonts, and all of the non-cursive are all caps, but it's a cute little, it's not just like a typewriter kind of thing. It's cute. It's got cute little flair to it. And then the cursive is super pretty. If anyone knows the name of these fonts, please feel free to shout it out. Hey, Vivian, good morning. And anyway, and then lots of floral images, flowers and leaves and stuff. Then there's the dies. So of course you can die cut out the stamped images. And then it has these ovals. So there's a really detailed oval framed florets. Just really ornate and beautiful. And then one with hearts on it. And then one just with some embossed lines around it. And then I believe, actually, I don't know about this heart one, but these other two frames, they cut out the middle part. So then you have an oval there you can use as well to stamp on, to incorporate with this project or use alone, etc. And then there's all the dies that cut out the stamped images, plus 3 other standalone floral die images. So really pretty framed florets. The bundle is $54. The stamp set's $23. The dies are $37. And by the way, they're all called framed florets. Framed florets dies, framed florets stamp set. Now, if you want these now, the reason I have them is because Stampin' Up demonstrators always get to order stuff early. So you can add them to your starter kit if you're not a demonstrator. I love this stamp set, framed and festive. It's red rubber. I'm using that stamp right now to make a retreat gift. But it is it the same font? I think it is the same fonts. Yes, but it's larger. Yes, pretty much larger greetings. They're all Christmas greetings. There's 8 of them. Merry Christmas, ba, la, la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, from our home to yours, from all of us, Noel. May the season be filled with peace and joy, and have yourself a merry little Christmas. I did show this one last week. Ooh, Janet got her fitting florets yesterday. Can't wait to play. Some people, you know, in our Stampin' Up demonstrator Facebook group, I'm sure you know that, Janet, and other people have been already posting samples they've made with this stuff, and it's so pretty. Okay, so that will be while supplies last. That's why another reason to be a demo, because you can get it before it even goes while supplies last. Then we have these, what are they called? Gold adhesive back swirls. I think I had these last week too. So they're like little gold embellishments. They look big on this camera to me, but they are pretty pretty flat, so, you know, not too bulky. But anyway, they have this little pattern on the top. So really pretty. And shiny gold, of course. And then the designer paper, I have 2 packs. I guess I just threw everything over here. So I'll flip through real quick. It's 12 by 12. It's gorgeous. A lot of the designs can be for holiday, and some can be for anything. So we have that evening evergreen gingham, some balmy blue and evergreen floral, small print, a polished pink piece here with little patterns, a little repeated pattern all over it. It's not a flower, but almost like tiny little flowers. This one's gorgeous. It's the balmy blue, night of navy, and polished pink. And it's like almost like mistletoe, but not. There's little berries and then these plants. And so it definitely could be Christmas, non-traditional colors. This evening evergreen with, let's see what light green they name here. But anyway, just a pattern all over. Yeah, soft succulent. And then another floral print with way more colors and much tinier images. But I think you could hand cut these apart if you wanted to. It's like a little spray of different color flowers and amounts of flowers repeated all over on a white background with all the colors. And anyway, you could hand cut those out. And they might fit the dies. Actually, I forgot. Somebody told me in my team. I have no clue if that's one of them. But they commented in our group about these dies fitting some of the designer paper. And then I forgot to check that out. So some of these dies will probably fit the printed images on, I don't know about that sheet, but anyway, here's a soft succulent with a little leafy pattern all over, very tiny. Very nice. Night of navy with evergreen and balmy blue leaves. I mean flowers, and then leaves and little berries, white ones too. There's a light pink with white flowers all over it. Blushing Bride. I love this one. I think it'll be great for Christmas. Evening evergreen with lighter succulent and evergreen leaves printed all over it, and then white berries. It's so gorgeous. Balmy blue with just white solid, basically that same pattern that kind of looks like mistletoe, but just in white and shrunk down smaller all over it. And last but not least, this gorgeous sheet of a bunch of groupings of flowers. I don't know if these are the ones. Oh, yes, look. So that die fits that one. I don't see one long and skinny like this. There's at least that one that fits. So I forgot about that, so I didn't check it out yet. All right, so there we go. Fitting florets. And the designer paper is called Fitting Florets. Yes, designer paper. So there we go. You can get it now. Ask me how. Hey, Marcia, good morning. Yvonne, good morning. Yes, Cindy, she says this set is beautiful. We'll be getting. Love it. All right. In case y'all just came on and you tried to find on Facebook first, it's not working today. I'm not on Facebook today, which is very disappointing for me, but I have to move on. And then I also mentioned this kit last week, which I forgot to check this morning. Hopefully it's still available. It's the birthday, what's it called? Birthday card organizer kit. So it comes in this box, which is bigger than a paper pumpkin box. Let me grab one. I think, yeah. One I haven't opened yet. So it's larger than a paper pumpkin box. And it's really cute, so you can re-gift that if you want. I'll try to show this quickly because I did do a TikTok as well. Some of you may have seen that. You get all the months of the year in, I believe, 4 languages, stickers, tear and tape, sticky mini glue dots, dimensionals, and sequins that are sticky back, instructions, envelopes, 2 different designs there. Card bases. These are to make your birthday cards, of course, because it's a birthday card kit. Really pretty card bases. And then die cut pieces for the cards. More die cut pieces. I think they're all for the cards. I haven't looked that close. Stickers for the cards. These are actual stickers. Here's more stickers. It's your day and happy birthday. And then the album, which is an 8x10 album. Knocked over my tools. 8x10 album with a gorgeous floral print there on the front. Put all this stuff in this box. And of course, you can put your stickers, January, February, March, etc., on each page. There's a little label section there. There's a pocket in the front. Every page has pockets to put your cards. And of course, I think you can put anniversaries, anything you would want to send someone a card for that happens every year. You can put it on that date on these lines here. And then all the pages are the same. And then another pocket at the back. So there it is. It's while supplies last. And it's gorgeous. It's $25. I think it's a great deal. It would make a great gift too. If y'all know how Prime Day is like, shop for Christmas now, get your Christmas gifts now. That would make a great Christmas gift for a kid, a family member, a sister, a sister-in-law, any crafty person. Doesn't have to be a female, and or anyone you want to be crafty with you. And you're like, hey, here's a kit, give it a try. Anyway, okay. Couple of things to show, and then I'll get started stamping. These on the left are some cards I've received in the mail recently. I'm going to pull them over here in case I have envelopes with addresses showing. But this one was from Carmen, and she like apologized that it was a Christmas card. And I'm like, no, it's so cute. I mean, I'm thinking like I'm totally going to copy this pattern. So there's a pocket right here where you could put a gift. Isn't that cute? Or money is what she sent me. Gift card, cash, whatever you want to put there. So super cute card from Carmen. Thank you very much. This was from Chris Tremere. And she just does gorgeous work. She sent me a thank you for something, obviously. But this is that stamp set actually that got discontinued by Stampin' Up. But look what Chris did with it. So gorgeous. She's really amazing at watercoloring. And then this one is from Cindy. I saw Cindy on here today. Thank you, Cindy. Little note in there. And I think this is from one of my classes. So I love that. And then last but not least from Pam. She also sent me some money. So thank you, Pam. Gorgeous fall colors. Just love it. Okay, so thanks for all those cards, everybody. I love it. I always keep the cards. I have like a whole huge container full of all the cards people have sent me over the years. Let's see if I can move this. Oh, maybe not. I want it toward me more so I don't just stretch so far. Okay, and then last but not least here are card swaps from my recent team meeting. We have over 200 team members. As you can tell, swapping is optional. And last month it was mail-in only, so they mailed the cards to me, and I'm going to show them to you now. So here's Robin's swap. Gorgeous with that fall, like rustic harvest, I think, designer paper. So pretty. This one is from Yolanda. Gorgeous Christmas card. I was already eyeballing copying it, but I don't have these dies yet. But anyway, isn't that gorgeous? She used all these specialty papers, but it's simple. And these are dies with detail, but you could just do circles like punch or die cut flat, straight circles, and it would still look just as gorgeous. So that was from Yolanda. This one is from Martha. I love it so much. I love the Scotty dogs. I love them. And look, just make some gifts there out of your designer paper. She did emboss that paper as well. Actually, she embossed this whole sheet. So she glued those down and then ran that whole background through the folder. Anyway, I think it's gorgeous. Martha. This is from Dorothy. So cute with the little animals poking through the farm. What do you call it? The barn or something. So super cute. This one is from Wanda. Love it. Got some of that white glimmer on there. Z-fold, my favorite. Double bow. Yeah, gorgeous. And last but not least, this was our winner because the team gets to vote on their favorite swap, and the winner gets $20 in merchandise from me. And everybody gets to vote even if they did not participate in the swap. But isn't this gorgeous from Mary Ann? I'm actually using these dies today on one of our cards. So that was the winning swap. So thank you, team. I love it. And when you swap, what happens is you get back one of each of all of the cards everybody makes. So now each person who participated in this has these to copy, give away, put on display, etc. So swapping is amazing. I'm going to put those now where I can put them on my displays. Okay, so my cards today are my online ordering special for this month, October. So if you place an online order with me in October, you're going to get a class packet if it's 25 or more with the host code. You're going to get a class packet mailed to you next month in November. I just mailed this month's kits on Tuesday because Monday was a holiday. I was going to mail them Monday, and then I realized it was a holiday. Anyway, if you place that order 25 or more with the host code, you get a free class packet to make 4 cards every month. And this month we're using Kindest Gnomes. So I'm going to make 3 of them today, and I will show you the 4th one. So Kindest Gnomes, 9 stamps. It's red rubber. You get 4 different gnomes. One has braids, and a dress, so girl, and 3 boys, all standing in different positions. A mushroom house, which is, I don't know how they fit in there, but anyway. and these are all outline images to color in. And then 4 greetings. Sorry. Your kindness does not go unnoticed. Warm wishes, you gnome me so well. And Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. There's the stamp set. Coordinating dies. You have dies to cut out all the stamped images. And then there's all these dies that stand alone. So you can build a gnome with the feet, the beard, the nose, and the hat. And there are 2 nose dies. So that's cool. Then you can make the little mushrooms with this die. These like stems, 2 different heights of stems. These are standalone dies, and the 2 detailed mushroom tops, which you could also turn those into gumdrops if you want. A standalone grass die, so it's going to have embossing in it, just like the mushroom tops. And then this die, which I don't know what it's for. It's a little hole. And I remember seeing someone post in a Facebook group I'm in, what is that for? And I'm sure people answered it. I'm going to grab my sweater. It's cold in here. I'm sure people answered it. I didn't read it, and I haven't gone back to try to find that post. So if y'all know what that's for, let me know. I'm assuming, actually, look, it looks like it fits right there. I guess to make it a tag, probably. Okay, so you could die cut that at both at one time. There'll be a hole, and then you could hang it, an ornament, a tag, whatever you want. I figured it out. So, yeah, I haven't done that, though. Maybe in our Christmas tag class, we'll see. Like, we use these gnome dies in our retreat in a box, or our retreat and in a box projects, even though the gnomes were not part, because you can just make a gnome out of those pieces. All right, so there we go. Also in this suite of products is the Fine Sparkle Adhesive Back Gems. Super pretty. The 12 by 12 designer paper, but I have a piece of each design here that's 6 by 6, which I'll show you. And the balmy blue double stitched ribbon, which I'll be using today. Now, with your online order right now, by today's the 13th, by October 15th, if you place an online order of $50 or more with the host code, you are going to receive a free class packet to make these 4 cards, plus the Fine Sparkle Adhesive Back Gems for free. You have to use the host code unless your order is over $150. then in that case, I do still give you those gifts, and you get host benefits from Stampin' Up. So you can get free merchandise from Stampin' Up. Okay, so the designer paper, we have the sheet with all these little animals. No, there's no die cuts for them, unfortunately. I'm going to have to flip these over when I'm done. A sheet with, what color is that? I'm blanking out. Pool Party. It's like a design with snowflakes, diagonal lines with little details on them, and then a snowflake in the center of each one. A sheet with a snowy, mountainy scene. The whole sheet is mountains, like ice and sort of water drawn on the ground. This is watercolory. And trees that are blue, and then trees with no leaves on them that are brown. A nice background piece here with little bitty scenes all over it of gnomes and the little critters. A balmy blue, sort of quilt looking snowflake background. And then another background here that has the Pacific Point and Pool Party colors. It's white with all kinds of watercolory looking snowflake. They're not like you watercolored them. They're like you stamped them in a wet ink that made it light and dark. Anyway, different shapes, different sizes. They're kind of thick and then splatter all over. So gorgeous. Then we'll flip them over. We have a gorgeous sheet of trees that are, why? I don't know why I'm like having trouble saying what color this is. It's like, I don't know. I don't know why I'm blanking. I'm going to grab the packet. Anyway, trees that are triangles. So less realistic trees, all in a row, little brown stumps. And it's just row after row of those. Then a background piece. I'm reading the colors. I guess they're sort of Pool Party. Oh, Bermuda Bay. Bermuda Bay. There we go. It's like a light Bermuda Bay. Yep. Okay. Then a really busy sheet with little gnomes and mushrooms and mushroom houses and people all over it. Pacific Point with tiny white snowflakes all over. Balmy blue with mushrooms all over. And then there's these two pieces here where it's the sheet is covered with gnomes that will fit the gnome dies. And the other sheet is covered with the mushroom houses that will fit that mushroom die. And those, the houses are all different colors, and the gnomes are all, you know, men and women and different colors. Okay, so there we go. It's really cute paper. Let me grab my stuff for card number 1. Card 1. Oops, hold on. I have to keep these stacks. I really hope I'm going to remember that I have extra samples to show y'all at the end with the gnomes. Back to comments. Thank you, dear, darling. The mountains are your favorite, Sarah. I'm using the mountains on one of these cards, and I think it's really cute and pretty. So, good morning, Julie. Yeah, so darling, I actually convinced myself how cute the gnomes are as I was making this as well. So there you go. All right, so card base is basic white. It's a half of a sheet of 8.5 by 11 cardstock. Anybody can craft, by the way. I love showing new people that they can do this as well. I'm not crafty. You don't have to be crafty. You just have to be able to look at some ideas and copy them exactly, or get inspired and modify. And then, of course, we provide classes where you can follow step-by-step instructions and everything's cut just like this. So this is how your packet will come, except we won't have colored and die cut out gnomes for you. Duh. those are for my demonstration. It'll look like this if you get this class for free. And so anyway, let me fold my card base in half. I like to align the two corners on the table, rest it against my thumbnail. Try not to crease it with my finger because I just really don't like it when it's all wrinkled on the inside where I folded it, which is what happens when I use my finger. Plus my finger usually has smudges on it that get on my paper. So I fold that in half with the bone folder. This card is going to go up and down portrait. And then you'll take out all these pieces. And of course you'll have a PDF tutorial with the class. And I do put those past PDF tutorials from these online order specials in my PDF store to purchase. You're going to have 3 scraps of basic white for the gnomes we need for this card. Then you'll have a piece of balmy blue cardstock for the front, 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. This is the sheet that has the balmy blue background of designer paper with the small mushrooms all over the front, 4 by 5 1/4. Then there's a piece of pool party cardstock. So I'm mixing crazy colors today. 1 3/4 by 4 inches. And it has been embossed with the Charming Landscapes embossing folder. So if you guys haven't checked these out, they're in the mini catalog and they're really cool. So this one, kind of like Sarah was just saying about the mountains, this matches the mountains in the designer paper really well. It's a standalone set of dies. Embossing folders. They don't really, Stampin' Up didn't say they match a certain thing, but have you noticed that, Sarah, how that matches so well? But it just makes a great scene for anything. It has, so it's mountains of different heights with like details on them. And then snow falling with some little stars mixed in. And it's one of our skinny, you get 2 folders with this set. It's 3 1/4 by 6 inches long. So that's, and it's a landscape direction pattern. Hopefully that all makes sense. Then the other one is like a little city scene. You've got in the ground, or coming out from the ground, candy canes. I think you can't see this well because of all the junk I have. Oh, that's better. Candy canes, a Christmas tree, more candy canes. I've got some of it covered there because of my labeling. A few snowflakes in the sky, houses, and they're all on a big hill, so there's some detail lines in the hill. Hopefully that makes sense. They're called Charming Landscapes, and they're super cute. If y'all don't have them, check them out. They're in the mini catalog, so there is a chance they will not be available once that mini catalog goes away. Last but not least, a 3-inch Stylish Shapes Dies circle. Okay, so for this card, we want 3 of the gnomes. I used the girl, the one with the braids and the dress, the little guy that's sitting down and he's kind of holding his foot and pushing his hat up with the other hand. He's sitting on the ground, so you see the bottom of his feet. And then this, let me see. Yes, this one. This guy right here who is sorry, I was like turning my phone down. Just standing with his arms at his side. Okay, so all we're going to do, say all like it's nothing. We're going to stamp them in Memento black ink because I'm going to color with Stampin' Blends. Don't worry, as you saw already, I pre-colored these. You could, by the way, mix any gnomes you want on this card. It could be all girls, all boys, all the same guy, whatever. And you can press hard on the Memento black ink. By the way, it's not a foam pad, so you can press nice and hard to get a good solid image there. And then I colored in with these Stampin' Blends. So there is, you do want a variety of colors. You can color them any way you want. You could also use Stays On ink and do watercoloring instead, or colored pencils, or whatever you like. I'm only going to demonstrate this little guy here. So what I recommend is you die cut before you color. Why, Jennifer? Because if you do all this coloring and it looks gorgeous and your die slips when you run that through the machine, if you're me, you're going to have a meltdown and you're going to throw stuff and then you're going to have to start over. So die cut it first, you know, put it on the machine, put the little matching die right perfectly, tape it down if you need to with a sticky note, run it through your Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. If you're like, what's a Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine? Ask me. I will tell you. I've shown it in other videos. And you can, that's a great thing to get with your starter kit right now for that only $99. Pat loves this DSP. Sarah says, yep, perfect together. I know, right, Sarah? They're really perfect, but yet used alone as well. Okay, so I colored him. Where's my sample? You can use whatever colors you want. I used Pool Party, and I'm just demonstrating this in case anyone doesn't know how to use Stampin' Blends. They are alcohol-based markers. Memento Black, which is what I stamped in, is water-based, which is what you want. Stamp in water, color in alcohol, or vice versa, so that they don't blade together. So I stamped in water. I'm going to color in alcohol. And our markers, these come in light and dark. This is Pool Party. And the way I color is very simple. I'm not an artist by any stretch of anything. So I normally start with dark. I put the dark, I'm using Pool Party here for his hat, where I think it should be, which is where the shadows would be, or where Stampin' Up! Tells me by the lines they've drawn, or I look on Pinterest and see how other people colored it to know where those shadows go, because I'm not an artist. And then I go in with the light, and I don't like to wait too long to do that, because once the alcohol ink dries, it doesn't blend as well. And I color over the whole thing, including the dark part. That's basically what I do. Now you can go back and blend repeatedly over and over as many times as you want, and it will not break down your paper because it's alcohol. You can pick up some color with our color lifter, which looks just like this, but it's clear. You can go back and add more dark. And then you can go back. So there's that kind of harsh line. You can go back and blend that out with your light. There's really, and you can get so much more fancy than me. I can't see very well today. And then it will bleed through to the back. Also, put the lid back on immediately, because these are just like a Sharpie. They'll dry out in a minute if you leave them laying open. Now, my markers, as you can tell from my labels and all that, they last a long time. They've been used and used and used also by my customers. The lighter colors do dry out faster. So I made his beard soft suede. So I'm going to use dark on those lines. Anyway, I forgot where I was, but they will dry out eventually. That's a fact. But mine have lasted so long. The lighter colors do dry out faster, though. Just, I think, science there. I don't know. I'll go light suede. I'm using the bullet tip in, but you can use either and still get basically the same result. And I need to get my face down really close to this. What else? What else? So yeah, just put your lids back on right away so they don't dry out quickly. But in general, they last really long. Oh, I was going to say they are a consumable product. We don't sell refills. And they're only $9 for two, so $4.50 each. And so it's not a big deal to replace it. Hopefully all that makes sense. just coloring his little beard here. When you get your kit free in the mail from me, you can color yours any color schemes you want. Okay, then his shirt is going to be dark Night of Navy. I won't do any blending on that. And then I found from looking at everybody else's samples of the gnomes that apparently the hands are not mittens, but it's their actual hand, even though it's shaped like a mitten. So most people are coloring that their skin tone instead of like a red mitten or whatever, but not everybody. Some people are doing it in a fun mitten color as well. But I'll stick with the skin tone. So I just went simple for this. We do have a whole skin tone line that goes from dark to light, but I went simple with these and just grabbed my bronze and ivory, which come together. And so I'm going to do bronze for him, for his skin tone. So that will be his nose and right here around his eyes. And of course you can blend the skin tone markers together to come up with a new skin tone as well. You don't have to only blend Pool Party with Pool Party, yellow with yellow. You can put any colors you want on top of each other. Okay, let me look at these comments in case there's been any issues. I know, Cindy. I do wish they were sold individually as well. Super cute. Love the color combo on this card. Thank you, darling. So there's him. Oh, his pants. What color are they? His pants I made, I think, dark balmy blue. I did leave the bottom of his shoe white. I was like, the bottom of your shoe can be white. And I just thought if I colored it any color, to me, it would muddy it up. But you could color that as well. So these are going to be my 3 gnomes for this card. So I've done Poppy Parade on the girl with some Pool Party. Balmy blue for this guy's jeans. Pull the camera back out. Ivory for their faces and hands. I always miss on the girl that she's wearing shoes that have an opening in the top. So you need to color her skin tone on her shoe, on her feet. Anyway, hopefully you get the idea there. And all these colors will be listed on my blog today in the supply list, as well as in the what is it called? The recipe cards that'll be on my blog. And what, last but not least, oh, when you get the class kit and you get the tutorial, that'll all be listed there. Okay, I'm looking for something. Oh, my stamp. Sorry. I was like, I need one more thing. So this card is going to say, "You gnome me so well." And I'm going to do that in Night of Navy ink. So these are our foamy ink pads. So you just want to tap, tap, tap. I'm just going to go to my corners here where I have a lot of ink, but I'm not pressing hard enough to get ink on the edges of my my stamp. Just tapping because it's foam. You get more ink this way. And I'm going to stamp that right at the top of the circle in Night of Navy. And now I can put this card together. I can't remember if I said, but there's some little fine sparkle adhesive back gems in there. It is the papaya color that I'm using on this card, 1 large and 2 small. So those will be in your packet unless you receive the full pack for free, which is free with a $50 purchase, and then you'll just use yours. Otherwise, we'll supply you 3. Okay. Adhesive. So I'm going to attach my designer paper. How are we doing over here? If you just came on, Facebook didn't work today, FYI. So that's why you couldn't find me there. I'll attach this to my card base. But thank you guys for coming over to YouTube. And What else? Terry, love my gnomies. Love my gnomies. I love it. And then I'll attach the embossed piece across. This is a portrait card, but this piece is going across the front. Not halfway, not in the middle, but more toward the top a little bit. Maybe even a little more than I did. Raise it up a little bit more. By the way, don't forget to comment on this video, even on replay, to have a chance to win the cards I'm making today. Okay, then I'm going to use my adhesive for the two men. Yes. And they will kind of go on the circle on either side of the greeting. So left and right. It's okay if they hang off a little bit. See that? And then the girl is going to be on dimensionals because she's special. And at the bottom, I'm going to stack two Stampin' Dimensionals on top of each other. I'm using my minis like normal. Yes. But before I put her on, let me go ahead and place this circle on the card with Stampin' Dimensionals. I'll just use 4. You can put as many as you want. 4 of my minis there. And then I want that off the screen. I have my circle right in the center of the embossed pool party. And then I have 1 dimensional at the top of the girl because that will be touching this circle that's raised up. And I have 2 at the bottom because it's going to hang off the bottom. So it needs to be 2 levels up. You know me so well. Isn't that cute? And then let's just add some gems because, of course, sparkle is good. I'm going to put 1 down here on the bottom left on the designer paper and 2 up here in the white circle toward the right side. Ah! Where did that go? This is why I tell you to do what I do, not do what I say, not what I do. Found it. You're supposed to put, where's that plastic? Well, I can't show it now because I lost the plastic, but you're supposed to put your finger on top of the gem when you're picking it up. That's what you're supposed to do. I didn't do that and it flew across the room, and that's why I say to do that. Okay, there's the finished card. Yay. Hope you guys like it because on YouTube, you don't see thumbs up and stuff. Here's my original. Pretty good. I did different skin tones, mixed it up for the other cards, so just whatever. But there they are. All right, let's do the next card. Thank you, Jean. Thank you, Sherry. All right, this next card, this is card number 2. Card 2. Thank you, Marcia. I've been dreaming of a Santa gnome ever since I've seen the gnomes, but I haven't had a chance to play with them yet. So here's going to be our Santa. So cute. So we have our basic white card base first. Let me fold that in half. Like before. This will be portrait as well. And then we have a piece of balmy blue cardstock, 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, and it has been embossed with the Wintry embossing folder over here on the right-hand side. So Wintry is just like the Charming Landscapes, but it's a thick one, which that's just affects how you run it through the machine with what things on top and bottom. Anyway, and you get 2. But 1 is snowflakes, which I don't have here because I've loaned it out to one of my helpers for prepping for class this month. The second one is these pine boughs. So you get both, and it's in the annual catalog. So anyway, Wintry folder. That's why it's only on the right-hand side, though, is my point. Okay, and then I have a strip of the designer paper. This is the one that has the mushroom houses on the back and the little scenes of gnomes. Okay, gnomes with animals on the front. Hey, Carol, love all the hearts. Let me just give you some credit there. I love that. Thank you. 10 thumbs up. Thank you, Cindy. That's a way to do it. That's Sarah. I'm not really a gnome person either. As in, like, I don't buy them to decorate my house and all that. But, like, for cards, I think it's cute. So, thanks, Ramona. Thanks, Pat. Thanks, Julie. Thanks, Janet. Thanks, Terry. Vivian, thank you. Oh, y'all are so nice. Okay, so this piece of designer paper, it's a strip we're going to put on the side here, 1 3/4 by 5 3/8, and it will cover up that seam where we have snowflakes on one side, flat on the left. And again, it's the one that has little gnomes on a little icy patch with a critter. Then we have a piece of Pacific Point cardstock that has been die cut with the, which I did not bring over here. What are they called? Scalloped contours labels. Now yours may or may not have these little feet cut out of them, but that is from a previous event where we had a little mistake we made. So that you won't see these feet in your projects today, but that's totally going to get covered up. It doesn't matter. So it's Pacific Point scalloped rectangle from the scallop contour dies, and that will be die cut for you, of course. Then the next layer is a piece of basic white, and it has been die cut for you from the painted labels dies, which the word labels in it gives you the hint that there are lots of label dies in this set. There's these two that are more like rectangle shaped, and they put embossing on the edges when you run it through the machine, and they're gorgeous. And I'm using the larger of those today. Then there's the circle and all that. But anyway, that's where I got that shape from. It is one where it has the corners half circle punched out like a ticket on all four, and it's a rectangle. That's basic white. And then we have our pieces here for Santa. So, or Santa as a gnome, however you want to say it. So I have a basic black, the feet die, which I showed you already. It's like shoes. That's this shape here, but again, ignore the fact that that's cut out. So basic black feet. And when you die cut these out, there's little shoelace embossing on each foot. I don't feel like you can see it on this video. Probably because it's black paper, but anyway. And then I die cut the beard and hat out of this awesome red, real red and basic white, or not basic white. It's called real red and white 6x6 glimmer paper. Only $5 in the catalog, in the holiday catalog. Grab that up. Only $5. So anyway, we're going to build the Santa. And then if you can see all the detail in the beard, when you die cut that out, it puts all the lines in the beard for the hair and a spot to tell you where the nose goes. And then there's the nose die, and you can cut it any color you want. I just went with petal pink. So that'll go right there. Isn't that cute? So there's our little Santa as a gnome. I also wanted to show you could do, of course, I know you can't see this on the video, but this is our velvet paper, the white velvet paper. So you could do white velvet if you wanted it more tactile and more, you know, fur looking for whatever your purpose is. So I cut those out just to show you, but we're not using it today. I've got some fine sparkle adhesive bag gems in there, 2 pieces of the balmy blue double stitched ribbon, which I'll show you what I do with those in a minute, and a piece of basic white that is 3/4 by 3 inches long. Okay, so my only stamping on this is my greeting. Let me go ahead and do that real quick. Pacific Point ink. And this one says, "Hey Carol, thanks for sharing." No, that's not right. I just grabbed it by the shape, not the words. "Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year." I think Santa would say that. We'll stamp it right in the center of that piece of white in Pacific Point. And then I'm going to hand cut the ends into a V, like a banner. So I'll cut straight up the middle and then cut from the corner to that piece and the corner to that piece. It's a little bit more even way to cut a banner. And then before I do this ribbon thing, I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of the card together so it'll be ready. I think I have a nose whistle. I don't know if that's coming out loud. Anyway, it's very slight, but okay, so I'm going to attach the strip of designer paper over here on the left of the balmy blue, and then I will attach that to the card base. By the way, all my color combos, I know someone commented on that earlier, just from the designer paper. To me, that's the easiest way to get color combinations. Even if you're not using that paper, but you're like, what color should go with soft succulent? Oh, this paper has soft succulent. Let me look at it. Anyway. Okay, I'm going to build Santa on this white label. So I'm going to add adhesive to the back of the beard first. Grab my silicone craft sheet. I can take my sweater off now as well. Hold on. Okay, so silicone craft sheet. I'm going to add adhesive down at the bottom of the beard. And then add the beard on top of the feet, just so I can kind of align it properly. Right. And then for the hat, I actually add adhesive at these two. It's like a gnome hat, so it comes down in these severe points on the left and right. So I add adhesive on the back of those and then stick that. Oh, actually the nose needs to go next though. So add the nose. There's a shape right there telling you where it goes. And then just add the hat. There is Santa. Isn't he cute? And he's so sparkly. Hey, Yvonne, thank you for sharing. Thanks, Jackie. Thanks, Carol, for sharing. Hey, Carol in Connecticut. Okay, then I'm trying to look. I guess I'll do him flat. So Santa's going to be flat on this white piece. You could pop it up, but I popped up the white piece with dimensionals. So, you might not want to make your card too thick. So it's up to you. So I'm going to do 5 mini Stampin' Dimensionals on the back of the white label. Oh, I did the same thing before. I put one right where this hole is. Okay, and that goes on this Pacific Point piece, and then that can go flat onto my card. Now this, or the placement of this, I'm going to put it pretty much as, oh, I forgot a step. Where is it? I must not have done one for my sample. I forgot something. Hold on. So I cheated. Landa, if you're watching, don't get mad. I cheated. I took a piece of this white glimmer. So pretty. And I took this retired punch, 1/2-inch circle punch, and I made a ball for Santa's hat. We do have dies like this, but I was like, I can just punch it real quick. So we don't sell that punch anymore. Everybody probably has a 1/2-inch circle punch. And either way, you can die cut it out, you can punch it out, whatever. We will punch it for you. But yeah, I put the little ball on the top of his head as well. So I need to know where that goes for my placement here. I think I'll put a dimensional on that so that it won't be flopping around up there. Okay, well, what I was going to say is this needs to go pretty much as far up and to the right. I mean, you want a little space there, but as possible, because this greeting is going to take up some space. So we have our greeting. We're going to put adhesive on the back of that. And so this ribbon is really thick. And I've been doing that thing lately. I don't know if I have any samples nearby. Yeah, I don't want to show that. It's a sneak peek. Okay, where I tie the ribbon in a bow and then put the greeting on top of the bow. Well, this ribbon makes a super thick bow if you do that. Therefore, instead, we have 2 pieces of ribbon, this thick ribbon. They're about, I think, 5.5 inches long. And I've cut the angles. I don't think this really matters, but it was bugging me if it wasn't this way. So I've cut the angles the way I cut them on purpose. So just get a visual there. I have a TikTok that I'm going to post soon just of this section only as well. Okay, so I'm going to put adhesive on this top one here, this angle of this ribbon. And I'm going to form sort of the shape of half of a bow. It's what it is like a support ribbon with this section cut off. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this one. So this is very similar to what I did last week. Also, though, there's another reason I'm doing this. I forgot to say. So this is very similar to what I did last week. If you saw that video where I took that green ribbon and made the shape of a bow just by folding it over on itself and gluing it down and then covering it up with the greeting. The reason I can't do this with this is that stitching is only on one side. And it was showing a white side here and a blue side here. So we're making these 2 things. We're going to put them together and make our little fake bow and put the greeting on top of it. What do you think? And now it's nice and flat in the center. The bow will be behind our greeting like that. And I mean, that's it. You can, if this is bothering you that it's kind of down, pull it up. There's adhesive back there. Remember, here's the one I made in the TikTok video that I haven't posted yet. So it's not going to be perfect every time. It'll be a little different. The one on my other sample looks a little different, but I think it's a pretty good solution because the white part kept showing, the bow was too thick, etc. So anyway, hopefully y'all like that. Hey, Ineka. I think I pronounced it right. Anyway, no problem being late, of course. What time is it in the Netherlands? Probably well, I don't know, but definitely different than here. Okay, I'm going to double up my dimensionals on the left and right because I put one in the center there and that ribbon is still thick and that's a few layers of it there. But anyway, just put the greeting on with dimensionals and we'll add our gems and that will be this card. Just put it wherever looks good on your card. There we go. So I'm going to demonstrate this time. Put your finger on top of the embellishment. That's what you're supposed to do. Dig up under it, and then it won't fly across the room. So I'm adding 3 of the Pool Party, Pool Party Fine Sparkle Adhesive Back Gems to this card. I put one, the big one at the top right of Santa on the white section, and then the 2 small ones down here on the greeting. And that's it. What do you think? Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you, Vicki. I was like so mad that I couldn't put that bow under there because it was so thick. And then I was like, well, I'll just do that thing I did last week. And it was like half white. I was like, what the heck? So I'm glad you liked my solution. Thank you, Ramona. 1720. So 5:20. That's awesome. It is 10:20 a.m. here in Ineka. Great tip. Thank you. Clever Sandy. Thank you. I'm going to go back a little in case I missed anything. Hey, Kylie. Love the sparkle hat. Yes. I mean the sparkle. Sorry. I put hat on there myself. Love the Santa gnome. I know. I don't feel like I've seen Santa gnomes on with the Stampin' Up stuff, but maybe they're out there and I just missed it. But, you know, you see those in the stores all the time, the little Santa gnome things. Okay. Number 3, card number 3. This is actually my favorite card. Although the one I'm not making today that I'm going to show y'all is also my favorite card, just because it's really pretty. But anyway, this is card number 3. We have a Night of Navy base. I'm going to pull these pieces out. I'm going to put them on the thing one at a time. So let me fold my Night of Navy card base in half, 5.5, 8.5. This is the one with the mountains, Sarah. This will be portrait as well. The last card that I'm not making today is landscape. The rest are portrait. This is the free class packet you can get in the mail from me, of course, this month. Or you get it next month, but anyway. Okay, so I have a 4 inches by 5 1/4 piece of the designer paper that has the mountains and trees on it. And then I have a 4 1/8 by 5 3/8 piece of basic white that I've die cut with the aspen tree dies. Now, I've seen other people, I'm going to poke out these extra pieces. This might be in your packet as well. There might be more, there might be less. Depends on what falls out when we die cut. I've seen a lot of people use these trees, this tree die cut, I should say, the aspen tree die cut on gnome cards. So not my original idea to do that, but I did make up this design of that. I didn't say, oh, I should put a tree background with the gnomes. No, I'm not that good. And then I also have a label die here in basic white, and this is from my Waves dies. Don't forget, in your Waves dies, which are still available, there are 2 awesome labels. I was like, where'd it go? They're basically the same, but different sizes. So I'm using the smaller of the 2. It's actually just same length, but 1/2 inch instead of bigger, taller. Anyway, both of them cut an opening on either end where you can thread ribbon through. So I'll show you how I'm going to do that today. And then I have a piece of, man, I missed a lot of pieces here. I have a piece of, what am I trying to say? I literally don't know where I was going with that. So let me pretend I didn't say that. I have a piece of white to go on the inside of the card because it's navy. I have a piece of white to stamp a gnome on. I have 3 gems, the Pacific Point ones. And I have a piece of ribbon. So you guys have seen me stamp a gnome and color it in. So through the magic of TV, on this piece of white, what you're going to do is stamp the little gnome that is, he's a short one, carrying a lantern. I just colored that with, and I did find where someone had colored this really pretty on Pinterest, the lantern part. It's just, what do you call it? Color. Daffodil Delight. And so I put dark, as I showed you on the first card, I put dark right there in the corner, just like went line, line, and then colored the whole thing with light. Now you could add red, you could do a lot of cool stuff. And then he's balmy blue, light and dark on the hat, dark balmy blue sleeve, Night of Navy shoes in dark Night of Navy, I think dark poppy parade pants, and then the soft suede light only on the outside of the lantern. So there he is. Sherry didn't like the gnomes, but they're so cute. I agree. I mean, I did like them, but what I shy away from all the coloring when I'm like, okay, there's pretty much literally no way to do this stamp set without coloring. But, you know, sometimes you just have to. Okay, so I'm going to grab my greeting. This card, I think it's a perfect greeting. It's going to say warm wishes, right? Got a little forest. It looks chilly to me with those icy mountains in the background. So warm wishes, Night of Navy, tap, 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 real gentle. But I'm going to stamp it over to the left of this pretty, I mean, it's not that long, but warm wishes is shorter than it, of this like 2.5 inch label. Stamp warm wishes over to the left. Now I can just put this together. So let me see what I should do. I think I'll attach this together first. So how you could use Stampin' Dimensionals. You could attach the trees flat, but you could use Stampin' Dimensionals. I'm going to use foam adhesive strips. Stampin' Dimensionals work fine. These are just faster because you can pull off a strip there. It's just like a Stampin' Dimensional, but it's a line. Apply what you need, trim off the excess. Go ahead and use that leftover piece if you need it on your project. I didn't want to go too high there, so I've got a little tiny piece here that I'll just stick somewhere in the tree section. And I'm going to grab another strip. So foam adhesive strips are awesome. They're really, I think, were originally designed to make shaker cards, which you totally can and people still do use for, and I do as well. I just don't make shaker cards very often. This actually could be a shaker card, by the way. If you just put a piece of clear acetate, like our window sheets, right there on the front before you put the foam, then you can put sequins and stuff in there and it can shake around. But I did not make a shaker card. And then I'm just going to grab a few small strips. You can get super detailed on this where you're raising up every section of the trees. I am not going to do that. But these are aspen trees, so they have little cutouts where I guess how the bark would be formed. So, of course, you don't want to overlap those little cutouts either. But I'm not going to stress that every inch of this is covered with pop-ups. That's going to be good enough for me. I'll stick this back on my sheet for later. My foam strip. And then I'm going to peel all the protective coating off and just place it on there. But of course you do, this piece is a tiny bit smaller than the white piece. And so it is a tiny bit challenging to make sure you put it on evenly and don't let the designer paper stick out the edge. It's just like be on top of it, have good lighting, have a good background where you can see what you're doing. So I'm going to grab a piece of scratch paper. So I want a light background for this. Hopefully I'm making sense. You could probably do it this way as well. But if we have any showing, we'll just trim it off. It's fine. Here we go. Isn't that pretty? Ah, such a good background for the aspen trees, guys. Which, by the way, are available. I just ordered some for someone this morning. Unrelated. She hasn't seen this card yet. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and attach this to my card base now with regular tape runner. And there is a tiny border. Actually, I'm going to bring this white back in. There is a tiny border because this white is like a 1/16 smaller than the navy. However, because it's so popped up, like even in my photos I took for the blog, because of angles and lighting and whatever, it barely showed. But anyway, there is the border there. See how you have to kind of tilt it to see it from certain angles. Okay, let me throw this white on the inside before I forget. You could stamp it, but I didn't want to color another gnome, to be honest. And I didn't have a greeting that I wanted to put with warm wishes, but you could stamp your piece to go on the inside. And then my little gnome is going to be, oh, actually, I don't want to put him on first. I want to put this ribbon on, this greeting. So just a small strip of the balmy blue ribbon here. I can feed it through that hole. I'm going to tie it in a knot, but because it's only colored on one side, you just have to see how if you pull it normal, it's white on one side, so you're going to have to twist it before you pull it tight. And of course, don't pull too tight because you might just rip through that hole. And then just trim the edges as needed. There we go. One knot on the left side. By the way, I stamped Warm Wishes all the way to the left. I don't remember if I said that part. No, I said I only did one side. Okay, so I'm going to add adhesive to the back of this greeting, and it's going to go right about there. It's like toward the bottom, but definitely not all the way down. And then if I want, I can see how this right side is long and the gnome's going to cover that up. But I can add a little adhesive under the greeting there on the part that will be like not sticking to a tree. Okay. And then my gnome, I'm going to put adhesive on the back of his left side and a little adhesive, dimensional, which I'm using the foam adhesive strips on his left side because of how I see it's going to lay out, and that's going to fall into that little hole there. Hopefully that makes sense. Isn't that cute? Okay, we'll add our gems, and this card is done. Take your pick tool. So I'm going to add a large Pacific Point gem, which it's a very light Pacific Point, but that's what they call it in the catalog, Pacific Point. Fine sparkle adhesive egg gem. I added a large one right below the greeting, and then a small one up here on one of the trees, and then this other small one in this open section, so it'll be on the designer paper. That is card number 3. This is your monthly online ordering special, but of course today you have a chance to win these cards as well. Thank you, Sarah. Yes, this could make a very cool shaker card, this die. And it's super easy because you just cover that whole thing up and then you put some sequins or whatever you want in there. It's very simple to make it a shaker card. No trouble at all. I just haven't done it yet. Just unpack your gnomes. Yay! Sandy, you're ready to go. Now you hopefully have some inspiration. Oh, Aneka opened the packet. You're ready to go. Sandy commented after you and I got mixed up. But thank you, Sandy. That is a very nice comment as well. Charlotte, I'm glad you like it. These gnomes are growing on you, Sandy. I love it. Okay, so I'm going to, thank you, Julie, bring back the other cards and then show you the 4th card. So if you would like this packet mailed to you, of course, in the U.S., due to Stampin' Up! Rules, you literally wouldn't be able to go online and order from me if you were not in the U.S. If you would like these cards mailed, this packet mailed to you to make 4 cards with the Kindest Gnomes Bundle, all you have to do is place a $25 online order with the host code. Now, if you bump it up to $50, you get the free gems, and that's through the 15th. And then starting on the 16th, you can still get the free class packet, but it'll be a new host code and a new accessory. Okay, here's the 4th card, which I think is super cute. You are going to receive a random selection of a deer, a moose, a bird, a rabbit, and a fox. So animals might be facing the other direction. They might be standing up. They might be laying down. Let's see if we can see here. Well, like this rabbit's ear goes down on the left. There's a sitting up fox. There's birds that face both directions. There's deer that face both directions. The moose go both directions, etc. So you'll just adjust it however needed. You'll put some little gems on there, super cute. When you tie this bow, by the way, again, you have to twist it at a certain point. You'll see the white, and you just twist it to make it all blue. But see how it's, and I'm sure there's a trick where you can make that not happen, but it's white right there. Anyway, so there's the class packet free with your order this month. Let me just remind you about that. When you place that online order with the host code, which apparently I forgot to type and paste in there, but you saw it on the previous screen. It's in my emails. It's in the 1 o'clock email that goes out today at 1 p.m. Just join my email list. It's on my blog, stamптherapist.com, etc. And then I think the next screen shows you, where to enter that host code. Very important, because Stampin' Up might not add it back for you, and then I cannot give you the gifts. Unless your order is over 150, and then you not need to use the host code. On my blog and in the email is a video, like a 7-minute video showing you how to enter a host code if you've never done that before. Oh, I have these other samples I want to share with you guys. Last one is really cute. Thank you, Julie. Thank you, Aneka. I appreciate it. Love the critters on DSP. Thank you, Carmen. Cindy, I got to see your shaker card. Did I fussy cut for everyone? Sarah, I hope you're joking. I'm just kidding, because, but no. And these haven't even been prepped yet, of course. But I did, because I was going to make this on the video today, and then I was like, it'll be too long. So I had pre-cut an example of how your packet might look like that, for example. But depending, you may have a single, box, whatever. But yeah, no, they'll be like this. Y'all will hand cut them out. But you'll get one of each, one way or another. I have some other loose animals in here somewhere. I don't know where they are. Oh, I know. There's a sticky note that I've stuck them down to something with. But anyway, that's something like that, Sarah. Good question, though. That would be like over the top amazing demonstrator if we did that. We're not quite that good. Okay, so I have, so these are the 3 cards you can win today, by the way, by commenting or sharing. I have some other samples that I think I've shown on another video for some, well, I don't know if I have or not actually, but anyway. These are samples I've received in card swaps and or made myself. This is one of those slimline cards. They colored the little gnomes in with colored pencils. So super cute. And I don't even think they blended the pencils, but it still looks really cute. I do like on the men, by the way, just leave the beard white, no extra coloring. And you can color in the mouths like pink or whatever, but I did not bother with that. Now, where'd I put this stuff? Don't forget, by the way, that the recipe cards for the 3 I made today are on the blog at 11 a.m. Central in 20 minutes from now. Those are printable. You can view them online. It's got measurements and supplies. And then also, of course, the pictures of all the cards are on the blog. And the supply list is at the very bottom, along with the ordering special. Okay, here's a couple from my a class I did, the new catalog kickoff. See how you can just modify if your animal's going the wrong direction. Getting a frog in the throat there. Let me take a drink of water. Sheesh. Super cute Z-fold card I got in a swap. Oh, Wanda. That's a team swap. This was from our last paper party share, a make and take. So we used the gnome designer paper and ribbon and all, but we use different stamps. So you, of course, can just get that paper. You'll have plenty of gnomes, plenty of mushroom houses, which I didn't even use a mushroom house today. And you can do other stuff. This one, I think it's from an event. I can't remember if it's from my event. feel like it is. But anyway, whatever. Oh yeah, it is. This is the one where we accidentally cut those shoes out of here and had to replace that paper. That's why I have a few of those left. Okay, so Z fold, super cute. And here's one where, again, we just used the designer paper. We were able to die cut the house and the two gnomes, just hand cut out the fox. So lots of designer paper used on this card. And I think Season's Greeting is from another set, Season's Greetings. This one I got in a swap. I don't know who made it, but it's, oh wait, Gina Connor made it. And it's so cute because they turned it into a St. Patrick's Day card with a clover made out of hearts using green and red on the gnome. Isn't that perfect? And then this is what the mushroom dies and grass dies look like. So y'all can see those. I can't tell if it's blurry. So super cute there. I love this swap I got. They heat embossed snowflakes in white and then sponged over it to make that background. I cut the gnome hat out of designer paper. Really pretty. So anyway, just a really pretty card there. And this last one is a swap from our last event, the new catalog, the holiday extravaganza. It's a swap I received. And she had a different beard on here, but it was with this glitter that we don't sell anymore. So I took it apart. Sorry, Nina, if you're watching, but great swap. And I took the beard off that she had put and I replaced it with the current product, white glimmer paper. So you can do basic white paper and add glitter. But anyway, she is my inspiration for the card I made. So hopefully you can see where I got inspired by it. I wanted a white background, so I changed that to white. And then I was like, it needs something behind it. And somehow I remembered about these pieces that we had already die cut. And I was like, let me try it. Anyway, so there's my inspiration. Thank you, Nina. All right. Thank you guys again for being here today. If you have any questions, let me know. So sorry about Facebook not working, but maybe by next week we'll get it fixed. Thanks, Jackie. Thanks, Sarah. Fourth card is your favorite. The critters are so cute. I'm just not laying it up there because I don't want to get confused and put it in the wrong stack of these are the giveaway cards. But that's the one that Janet is talking about. Where is the stitch heart die? I believe that is in the spinner. I always forget what that's called. I literally can never remember the name of these dies, but they make like the viewfinder thing. This one here. Yeah. Give it a whirl. I'm pretty sure that's where she got that heart from because these images are all stitched and there's these two little hearts in Give It a Whirl. So hopefully that's helpful. Thank you, Janet. Sweet gnomes. Oh, you knew right immediately, Janet, when I said that. Awesome. All right. Well, have a great day, everybody. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Next week is my retreat in person. Do not know if I will be live. I will update you on the group, like on the Facebook page, I should say my business page. I just don't know if I can fit it in yet. Because there's so much to do for this event. So I'll keep you updated, but if not, I'll be back the following week. And again, thanks so much. Thanks for coming over on YouTube today since I couldn't make it work on Facebook. Have a great day. I will see y'all later. Thank you. Bye. Yay, Janet has those dies. Yay.